Good morning, good morning. Today is really rainy out and looks a little gloomy from where I'm sitting. You can see my garbage can up ahead. The wind has blown it over. I don't know, we are supposed to be in the heart of spring. But even though it's a gloomy day and rainy, the rain is good. The grass needs the rain to grow. So we'll just bear with this seasonal change and appreciate the beauty that the rain is going to spring forth. I woke up very inspired this morning. As soon as I opened my eyes, I thought about breaking my cement. Well, you know, I'm getting ready to go away. And I'm like, I'm not taking these cement blocks with me. They are so heavy and thick. I'm not taking these blocks with me all the way across state to state. So I said, I'm just going to go ahead and break it. You know, did the martial arts video yesterday with the cane. And I hurt my knuckles, so they're swollen. So I'm not going to be breaking the cement with a punch. I'm going to be doing it with an open hand, with my palm. Anyway, I came outside after I was thinking about doing this, you know, setting it up in my mind, just seeing it happen. And I got a call from a very good friend. Shout out to Elder Gregory Mitchell, phenomenal musician who's been in my life for, oh my God, I think like 30 years or so, whatever. But very inspiring conversation. You know, he was telling me the reason why he called. He'd been seeing these videos I've been putting out, and he's like, what's going on with her? You know, is she testing this cane out for a company? So, you know, I got him up to speed with what's going on in my life right now. Oh, we had a lot of laughs. It was a great conversation. But anyway, okay, you know, this is a bad thing for me as a new YouTuber, so to speak. I'm very talky, I noticed. Watching my last video from yesterday when I did the self-defense demonstration using my Ambutech mobility cane, I was like, dang, girl, you talk too much. You could have made this video a lot shorter. It was only 13 minutes, but here I go. I'm still talking. Ain't get to the video yet. All right, I'm going to skip that. I actually, well, when I replayed the video, I was
Talkback has been turned on. Tap to go to accept. Swipe with two fingers
using a second phone.
Facebook 914 birthday
to
David Baker and Andrea Lace have device unlocked. Accessibility.
Okay. Oh, sorry. All right. I made a few notes on my new phone. You see how big I have to have the text, just so I wouldn't skip over anything. I just wanted to make some corrections. Actually, all right. The first thing is that when I posted the video in one of the blind groups I'm a member of on Facebook, one of the members was like, I would like to see you do something with a revolutionary cane. And she heard that it's better than Ambutech. So I think I'm going to do that. What I wanted to do yesterday, and I hope that this is what I have accomplished, is to do something very, very basic and very simple, very easy, because I understand that the majority of the people who might be watching my videos might not be martial artists, so couldn't carry out a sequence of a great number of moves to really jack somebody up with the cane. So I try to do something really simple that would be effective. Bop, bop, bam, and you either call the police, call EMS, or you run. You know. So I hope that you guys who saw that are practicing right now. All right, there's another thing that I had mentioned at some point during the video. I heard myself say that I've been in this system since 1990 or something like that, and it's been 30 years that I reached my 30-year mark as a martial artist in January, and I said to myself, oh my God, you sound like such an idiot if you just put 2 and 2 together. You don't do math too well. But I wanted to just explain that brain fog I had at the moment when I was making the video. 1990 was when I came back into Kitsugen, which is the name of the martial arts style that I practice. I actually met my chief instructor. He was a bouncer with my brother for my godmother when she had the after hours club on Linden Boulevard. And I began training with him. It was really, I did not want to learn karate. In all honesty, I didn't. But when he, found out that I had just retired from gymnastics, which goes really way back. I met him when I was 18. I think he was 27. He said, well, if you teach me some of the stretching exercises, I'll teach you in karate in return. I wasn't really interested in learning karate, though, honestly. I was just retired because I had damaged my ankles from pounding on them, landing when doing flips and stuff. So I had to retire from gymnastics at 18. So anyway, I was still doing private lessons with him. And this was back in the late 80s. So, I came back, stopped doing that because I moved. And then I came back and picked up karate again. I was still doing private lessons with him. I wasn't really online in a class setting until 1996. Because he, in our private sessions, he was like, oh my God, you are so good. You are so flexible. You would just be awesome. You would do really well in tournaments. And, I wasn't, my mindset was just not in karate. I was just doing him a favor, really. And it just so happened, though, that after only my 4th lesson with him, learning basic punches and kicks, that I had an incident. I was living in Hollis, Queens at the time. I was walking under the Long Island Railroad trestle where it's like a tunnel. And at the end of the tunnel, which would be probably about across the street from what you're looking at on this video, I saw a white van stop and park. And I saw the guy get out and go to the back of his van. But I'm walking, not really paying any attention to him. I just figured he was getting something out of his van. As I was passing the back of the van, he had the doors open. This guy tried to grab me and throw me in the van. So I kneed him in the groin. My flexibility was so that I could kick straight up in the air, straight up. So I kicked him in the head, knocked his glasses off. He fell down, and I ran all the way home. All the way home. I called up my instructor and, told him and stuff. And he's like, did you get the license? I'm like, really? Like... So Kitsugen works, and like I said, I only had like 4 lessons with him, and every time I graduated to a different rank, he would tell the story, even up until the time I graduated to black belt. Anyway, I'm getting way off track again and being very talky. I'm sorry. Okay, so anyway, that's the story about I was thinking that I was a perpetual white belt for a really long time. Like being over 6 years as a white belt doing private lessons. But when I go in to break these bricks for you guys, I show you the trophies that I've won, and actually that's not even a drop in the bucket to what I used to have. I used to have cats, and my cats broke about 8 of my trophies, running around doing dumb stuff. And then moving from here to there, some of the trophies got broken. And not the small ones, but the really big ones. But that's okay. I got what I got right now. And those are still memories that I can hold on to and take with me. I wanted to clarify when I was describing about how my chief instructor, Professor Steve, incorporated the blind training into our class from time to time. He did not just, the way he presented it to the students is, suppose you are in a dark building when you come into your house and somebody shut your circuit breakers off so there's no light. Suppose you are in a situation where you cannot see anything but somebody is coming at you. This is going to help you be able to defend yourself when you can't see, when there are no lights. So that's how he presented it to the class. But like I said, I like to think that he started all of this from me. I also had mentioned about how he used to make me do katas with my eyes closed so that I can end up, in the same place. And, in hindsight, looking at the video, I'm like, people who are not martial artists, I'm not going to know what I'm talking about. When you do a kata in our form, the majority, if not all of the forms, I believe actually it is all of the forms, where you begin the kata is where you should end up. No matter how many moves or steps away from your starting point the kata takes you throughout your enacting this pretend fight with invisible people, you're supposed to end up in the same spot. So that's what I was meaning when I mentioned that, just for your clarification. And I just as a self-defense tip, I don't know if you noticed in the video that I did with the cane, and I am going to link this in the description box so you can go back and check it out if you want, and any other videos that I might mention, I'll link them all in the description box so you won't be really confused and you can follow. You heard me yelling, making all of this noise, and the yelling is like, it's called kia, which means a loud noise, and it helps in some kind of way produce energy. I know you know that when you get mad, and you get really, really mad, and you're like, ah, that feeling that you get is what the kia is purposed for. In addition, if you are in an actual self-defense situation where you have to protect yourself, if somebody runs up on you, it's best to make a lot of noise. So even though I was beating the hell out of that poor chair that didn't do anything to me, even though I was beating the hell out of that poor chair, I'm yelling, please don't hurt me. Stop. Anything, just yell, just make a lot of noise, because somebody might be around who can help you while you are in the process of protecting yourself. All right. And finally, I think, come on.
Device unlocked.
All right. My new phone, it talks to me. I have the accessibility set so that it's not such a strain for me to be trying to read everything. All right, so I have not received my new cane from Ambutech yet. The one with the roller ball that's supposed to be so much better than the one I bent up yesterday. But I'm not worried about it. Ambutech is, getting the props that they deserve, which is really not much right now. As you see from the marshmallow tip, I've only had this cane for about 10 days, and I'm already sharpening it up. I mean, it's coming to a point. And plus, I was thinking, no big deal about Ambutech not sending me the cane, because I'm going to try out this revolutionary cane for this Facebook person who wants to see me do it. So I'm going to order one of those. Anyway, okay, I'm going to shut this down, go inside the house, and break these bricks for you. So stay tuned.